Will mortgage rates continue to rise? Will home prices ever fall? The answers to these questions and more, right here, right now. Welcome back to another real estate market update. I'm Erik Braceland with Braceland Homes here in sunny San Diego, California, where we guarantee the sale and or purchase of your home. Here on the Braceland Homes channel, I share the latest news related to buying and selling residential real estate, while I show you the very best neighborhoods and attractions in and around the greater San Diego area with new videos every Thursday. COVID finally caught up to me over the weekend, so I'm battling back to productivity with this video. Had my fill of being idle. Watched a lot of rom-coms and sitcoms. You know, 'cause laughter is the best medicine. Today we're in Old Escondido, right in the heart of Escondido, California, and about 30 miles northeast of downtown San Diego. Old Escondido is a small community of beautiful historic homes dating as far back as 1888, when Escondido was founded. This is a recent time lapse from the first day of spring. Stick around though, because in just a few minutes, I'll fly you a couple blocks north to downtown Escondido and the site of the future Palomar Heights development. It's within easy walking distance from here, but I'm going to fly you there for a better perspective on some exclusive wrecking ball action applied to the last remaining structure that was the old Palomar Hospital. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to start right off the bat with the impact of rising mortgage rates on the housing market. Unless you've been in hibernation, you're fully aware that interest rates have been steadily on the rise all around us. And you can see here that mortgage rates on an average 30-year fixed home loan have shot up from 3.11% at the end of last year, all the way up to 4.76% last week. That's 1.68% in just 3 months. Freddie Mac is telling us mortgage rates are likely to continue to move higher throughout the balance of 2022. Although the pace of rate increases is likely to moderate, much of the increase in rates in early 2022 is in anticipation of what will happen later this year, especially with Federal Reserve interest policy rates. So there it is, more price hikes on the way for the money you borrow for your next home purchase. But now they should come at a more moderate pace at least. That's because the Fed has risen their rate and mortgage rates tend to follow that. I realize this is something on all our minds, but how are mortgage rates affecting the overall housing market? Mike Simonson from Altos Research said it best when he said, "We keep watching for it, but there are absolutely no signs of market slowdown anywhere in the data. If anything, we're seeing the market continue to heat up." And it's true. We're in a very, very busy housing market. We've been in one for the last couple of years, all through the time we've been messing with COVID. And through last year and certainly coming into this year. Perhaps you were thinking or hoping the market's starting to moderate, but we're still seeing a very, very busy market right now. If we start to break that down by traffic maps, the National Association of Realtors just came out with the most recent buyer and seller traffic maps. So let's start here with the buyer traffic map. You can see all over the country, with few exceptions, strong traffic from buyers. The rise in mortgage rates is not slowing buyer traffic down across the country. We can certainly say that. So as we head into the spring housing market, very, very strong buyer demand. And the rise in interest rates is not slowing buyers down across the country. If you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, so you will never miss out on any of my new videos. If you're already a subscriber, then thank you for your support. You're one of the good ones. You know, if we look at the other side of this coin, seller traffic, very, very weak to very weak seller traffic across the country. Matter of fact, there's hardly anything for sale at all in places like New England and the northern Midwest states, but across the country, very, very few sellers. And so what happens? Anytime we're in that type of market and we have strong buyer demand, the lack of sellers keeps that upward pressure on home prices. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. If there's any sort of good news relative to sellers and listings, it was last month, where you can see here, active listings increased in this country for the first time in 6 months. If you go back to the fall of last year, around September, we started to kind of fall down in active listings. Any homes that came to the housing market were quickly consumed by the buyers in that market. And we're starting to see that tick up a very little bit, but nonetheless, a rise in active home listings. We definitely need more still, because if you go back to March of last year and compare it to now, you see we are about 100,000 active listings short this March as compared to last year. So we need more listings to make things better for your home buyers out there. For those of you testing the temperature of the water before you jump into the housing market ocean, things are still very competitive for home buyers, and home sellers are still very much in control. Whichever side of the fence you find yourself, it's essential you align yourself with an awesome real estate professional, agent, realtor, or whatever you prefer to call them, to get the most from your home sale or to get the home you actually want. I think it's articulated well here by Fortune magazine. They say, now more industry insiders are throwing out their previous forecasts and replacing them with more bullish short-term outlooks. Indeed, some experts say the 2022 spring housing market might go down as one of the most competitive on record. Here's more evidence of that. These are numbers of home showings over the last 5 Februaries, with this year having the highest numbers yet. And we already looked at the dismal lack of housing inventory and the rising mortgage rates. So now we have less houses than ever, more buyer demand than ever, and a higher cost of money than we've seen in several years that continues to rise. Any more stellar news for us in the housing market, Eric? I do want to show you how all of this is keeping that upward pressure on home prices. This is the latest look from CoreLogic on home price appreciation. As we came through last year, we said, okay, prices seem to have peaked, if not, plateaued. We were hovering at about 18% home price appreciation for 4 months. Then through November, December, January, numbers ratcheted up slightly in the amount of appreciation year over year. And it seems that upward trend is continuing. So really just a very, very competitive housing market right now. But don't stress about it. If you and your family are ready for a move, just jump in. Like I always say, if there's a will, there's a way. If you feel like you're ready, I currently have availability for one more new client this month, and I'm accepting a very limited number of new clients for the month of May that I'll personally work with one-on-one to help sell and or buy a new home. Please use my contact info listed in the video description below to reach me. Also, text is the best way to make initial contact with me. I hope to hear from you. If you're tuning in and making it this far in my videos, we'll probably get along famously and have a great time together, reaching your real estate goals. If you've enjoyed this content or found it helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. And please share this content with someone you think might benefit from it. That's all for now. I'm Erik Braceland, and thanks once again for tuning in and watching us here on the Braceland Homes channel. Thank you for increasing your financial literacy and considering real estate as a way to make things happen for you and your family. Make sure you join us again every Thursday to explore San Diego County and get up to speed on all the current housing market changes. You will enjoy a better, more successful real estate experience because of it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you right back here next week.